Here's how I tricked billion-dollar companies into working with me. Number one of how I tricked these billion-dollar companies into working with me is being absolutely delusional. There's a common theme and a thread that I say this a lot in my videos and my posts. I've made art about this. But I truly believe that my delusion of becoming successful, even when I had no proof to prove that, there was just something in my brain that was like, nah, it'll work out. And that delusion was the number one thing that helps me get these jobs. I cannot tell you how many times different people told me, like, you'll never make money as an artist. You should switch to a different career. Why would you ever be an artist? Blah, 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 blah. Like really rude uncles and stuff. And I'm not listening to any of you. Like that was my mindset. And I really do think it's like a 20-year-old delusion, but it gave me this like sense of confidence in myself and belief in what I did, that I had something to offer. And that confidence got me to where I am today, where I am a full-time illustrator working with dream companies. And it started with just that confidence in myself. Even on the days where I was like, oh shit, I think they're all right. Like you can't make money. But then I was almost too like proud to admit it. So I'm like doing it out of spite. Anyways, whether that's healthy or not, it got me to where I am. So delusion. Number two, another way I tricked these billion-dollar companies into working with me was making the art that I wanted to get paid for. When I was in college and I was drawing these like pretty girls, I was always told like, no, you need to like expand your horizons. You need to draw more. You have to have this really elaborate skill set, which to a degree is true. And it did help me become a better artist, being able to draw anything. However, what you are passionate about creating is always what you should be following. When you are building your portfolio and you are headed into this world where you're ready to work for your dream clients or create and sell art, you want to create work that brings you joy and that you want to get paid for. I didn't want to get paid for drawing a bunch of men and landscapes and random ass shit. I didn't want to do that. So why am I making that art? Because someone told me that I have to be able to do everything? No, it was actually making me miserable. So when I stuck to creating a body of work that fit what I wanted to do, then I had one, the best art I had ever made, because when I was drawing things I hated, the art was always shit. Two, I had something that was a little bit more niche down when these toy companies were like, hey, could you send over your portfolio? I had work that fit into their niche and their style and what they're looking for. If I sent over my original portfolio, which I have a whole video about that, where it's just a bunch of random projects, they would be like, what is this? I always treat my personal projects like they are client projects. Almost like I'm like manifesting them into existence, which I guess in a way, if you're into that kind of thing, is what I'm doing. If I want toy and beauty companies to hire me, I need to create art that fits into that industry. And even though it's a simple concept, it's actually one that took me so many years to actually figure out, because I always thought I had to do everything. That just looks very confusing to potential clients that are like, you want to do an eyeshadow palette, so why are you sending me like a random image of a man? Next is just frankly shooting my shot. Some of my biggest gigs started with me just cold DMing them out of nowhere. They don't follow me and I am just like, hi, I would love to work with you. I'm an illustrator. I do this type of work and I think it would be perfect for what you guys do. Whatever it is, it's always a little casual, always with some pink heart emojis, sparkles sprinkled in to show my, you know, brand, personality, whatever. The story I love to tell about these cold DMs that I've sent out is that I sent one to my dream company and never heard anything from them. A year passes and then they DM me back a full year later. You truly never know what seeds that you've planted will come to fruition and you can't give up on it. I'm telling you, I like choked when I saw that. And because of that DM, I ended up working on multiple projects with them. They became one of my favorite clients and it all started with me just DMing. Next is repurpose everything. As you probably know, I got a lot of my following from a series going viral. At that point in time, it was like 2017 and then 2020, where the algorithm was very different. I would post the finished painting, call it a day, and never post it again. And nowadays, the algorithm has changed, and a lot of people find that to be frustrating. But I want you to actually reframe your outlook on this, because it's a good thing, and I'll tell you why. When I was going viral in 2017 and 2020, I felt like I had to churn out a new fully finished painting every 2 days. And it was exhausting. Now you can repurpose everything to make more content from just one painting. So instead of having to do a full painting every 2 days, you can just continuously post about one painting as you're working on the other one. You could film your whole painting process and slice it up into 5 to 10 different pieces of content for your social media. And when you do this and you are putting more and more content out there about one painting, you're getting your audience, even if it's really small, super connected and involved with the process and excited to see what you're doing next. Post the beginning stages, middle, end stages. You can show your work setup, the paints that you're using, whatever it is. You can make so many pieces of content from just one painting, which is so nice, instead of just making fully finished paintings every 2 days, which was truly a not sustainable way to make art. And now I've reshifted the way that I'm viewing social media, and it has helped my business and my sanity so much. Most importantly, make it ridiculously easy to hire you. I did a whole video on auditing different Instagram artists' profiles, and a lot of them had some of the same issues where things were difficult or unclear to find how to hire them. We had to kind of search through their websites, whatever it is. You really want to avoid this, because people's attention spans are so short nowadays. People should be able to figure out what it is you do, how to hire you in like 3 seconds. Sometimes, and this goes back to that earlier point I was making where I was trying to create a bunch of different types of art to make myself super versatile, where I actually just like creating confusion. That actually happens a lot when artists are on Instagram and their social medias. They try to make themselves so versatile that when you actually land on their profile, you actually really don't understand what it is they do at all. They're just kind of like, artist. It's like, okay, are you a student? Are you an amateur? Can I hire you? What is it that you do? We want to avoid that at all costs. So you need to make it ridiculously easy and clear, like a big flashing light. Like, this is what you do to hire me. This is what I do. These are the offers that I have. That changed everything for me. At the end of the day, clients are going to hire creatives that they trust, that they see, that they feel are confident in their abilities. And having a strong portfolio that is targeted while also putting yourself out there and creating visibility for yourself is incredibly crucial. Especially, I mean, I'm speaking from my own experience because I've gotten all of my freelance clients from social media. But most importantly is that first point I was talking about, you know, being a little bit delusional, believing in yourself blindly. This is what I'm meant to do. And that is how I tricked billion-dollar companies into working with me, even when I had no experience. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you have any other questions or want to see any specific videos on running an art business, working with clients, whatever it is, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.